All right, the last trig ratio is tangent. The rule for tangent is simply opposite over adjacent. So in tangent, which one are we not going to use?
Hypotenuse.
All right, so hypotenuse will never be used if we're talking about tangent. All you got to do is see which one is opposite and adjacent from the angle that it talks about. So if I say tangent of A, that means I'm up here.
CV
Opposite would be CB or BC,
over AC.
and then adjacent would be AC.
I get that then.
All right. If I turn it around though and I say tangent of B, well now I'm down here at B. So which one is opposite from B?
AC. AC.
There's my opposite,
Over BC. DC.
and there's my adjacent.
So you just flip them, really?
So what really happens on tangent?
They flip.
They just flip. They're reciprocals. If you know one tangent, you automatically know the other one. So if this one was 3/4,
That'd be 4/3.
that would be 4/3. All right. Give me the tangents for those right there. I'm looking at the first one here, tangent of A.
All football players need to report to the cafeteria at this time. All varsity football players report to the cafeteria at this time.
Tangent of A would be what?
12.
Start at A, so I'm going to go opposite 12, adjacent 5. And once I know that one, tangent of B is just going to be the reciprocal of that, or 5 over
You
12.
can't simplify.
Those cannot be simplified. If I go to the second triangle, tangent of D,
That's going to be 30
over 16,
which is also 15 over 8.
that one simplifies to 15 over 8.
Flip it.
This would be 16 over
Thank you.
30.
Please excuse this interruption, but having an
All right, so if I want to solve the equations, we do the same process we did before. How would I set up this first equation?
C.
10, 27.
Tangent of 27, because remember the angle always goes after the trig ratio.
Equals X over 15.
And then we've got to remember if the number's in the bottom,
Divide.
I disagree. You multiply if the number's in the bottom. So 15, tangent 27, somebody tell me what that is.
7.6.
7.6. All right, if I go to the second one here, tell me the equation.
10, 34 equals 23 over 8.
All right, so if I have x in the bottom, that's the one I divide. 23 divided by tangent 34.
It's 34.09. It'll be 1.
All right. How would I set up the third one?
10, 41. Equals X over 34.
I see the number in the bottom.
34 divided by 10.
Oh,
Oh.
numbers in the bottom. I multiply. What is that?
29.6.
What? 6. Go to the fourth one here. That would be tangent of 23. X over 14. Numbers in the bottom. I multiply. Answer.
This one you divide.
Tangent of 41. 17 over X. Y'all. Numbers in the variables in the bottom. So I divide on that one. Get point what?
5.
And then tangent of 35.
Thought it was 19.6.
Was it 19.6? All right, so 19.6. Divide on this last one. 10 divided by tangent 35. How much? And what you need to be checking on this, what did I tell y'all about the angles? How can you determine which side is supposed to be the biggest based on the angles?
If the angle is bigger, then that number gonna be small. Well,
If the angle is smaller than 45, that's the small side. So 27 matches up with X. X should be smaller than that 15.
So if it's adjacent from the angle, then that's going to be the.
No.
If
no.
the
If
angle's
it's
small-
across from the smaller angle,
Yeah.
it's the smaller side. So if I had an angle bigger than, if I know that this is 27, I know this is 63. Because those two have to add up to be 90. Well, 63's got to be across from a bigger side than 27 does. So if it's smaller than 45, that should be the smaller side. If it's bigger than 45, that should be the bigger side. All right? All right. What you look for on these, which two sides does it give you? I'm going to pretend like the Y is not there. So if I'm looking at solving for X, the 10 is what side? And if you need to do that, write down opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse. That should tell you which side you've got.
So you would figure it out.
So
on that one.
for 24, 10, and X, that's going to be a tangent problem. So I would do tangent 24 equals 10 over X because opposite over adjacent. I'm going to divide that. What is that? 10 divided by tangent 24.
It's 22.45.
All right, so 22.5.
Yeah, it's rounded.
All right. So if I'm going to solve for Y then, well, I get rid of the X and pretend like it's not there. The 10 is still opposite. The Y is hypotenuse. That would be a sine problem. Sine 24 equals 10 over Y.
You divide.
Still dividing. What do I get?
24.6.
And then you can go back and check. Well, the 24 is across from the 10. 24 is smaller than 45, so that should be the small side. Well, it is, because X is 22.5, bigger angle, bigger side. And then the Y is 24.6. Hypotenuse is supposed to be the biggest of all of them, and it is. So look at what you're given. Pretend like the other variable is not there. Figure out your sides. I would probably write down this opposite, hypotenuse, and adjacent and see which one. For example, on number 2, based on this 58, what is X?
Opposite.
That's my opposite. What is Y? That's my adjacent. And then 19 is, and then that tells you which sides you've got. Should be easy to solve after that.